These videos are educational in nature and meant to help 21 and over adult smokers switch to a healthier alternative. Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am Matt. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to check out the Rincoe Manto A2 and the Rincoe Manto Z2. Very similar pod systems. I'm guessing the A stands for aluminum, Z stands for zinc alloy. It does take all of the Manto Nano pods that I recently showed you guys in the Manto Nano Pro 2 video. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into it. So we'll take a look at the A2 first. Made out of aluminum, right? It's definitely a lot more lightweight than the Z2 is. You got a little rubberized platform on the bottom here. You do have a display, but it is, raised up off of the rest of the device, as you can see. This one has a color splotch, pattern. Here's a blue one, blue honeycomb. So they got a lot of different cool designs, but very lightweight. 1000 milliamp hour battery, little light feature right there. You got your button, display, USB-C port right there, 1 amp charging on both of these, and then you have airflow control. So you can see right there, it is all the way open, and then you can close it down like so. So now we'll take any of the Manto Nano pods. Here's the top side fill 0.5 ohm I used in my last video. And there's what the inside looks like. You got contacts, magnets, draw activation switch. And these fit inside like so. Really strong magnets. And you are able to fill it up with the pod in place. So let's do that. You stick your fingernail down in there. Open up the tab like so. And there you go. You can fill up right there. Anyway, there's your button. Nice tight click to it. Your display. Let's turn this one on, 5 clicks. There is your boot up. So this one knows it's got a 0.5 ohm. Very similar display to the Nano Pro 2 that I recently reviewed. So if you go 1, 2, that will take you into the menus. You got the smart mode, which we are in. You got themes, long press. You can have different themes like so. Let's go to this one. And you can see now you got a little bit different display going on there. Still shows we're in smart mode, your ohm load, your wattage, puff counter, little battery bar. Then you got puff reset. You got your lighting. All right, so you got different modes, basically what this little bar here will do. Let's go to mode 3. All right, and that one's just like a solid light. Let's go back into mode 1. You can see it does a little bit something different there, right? You got a light going from right to left. All right, so you got a couple options there with the lighting. Then you got your color. You can change your color accent in here. All right, let's go to, how about blue? You guys know I like blue. Long press. And that's basically it. Then you can go back, you can exit right there, go into power mode or smart mode. I'm gonna leave it on smart mode, and we're back. Now, if you want to adjust your wattage, 1, 2, 3, that will blink at you, and then it'll go all the way up to 30 watts, round robins to 5 watts in 1 watt increments. And then if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, it locks it, so the fire button now will not fire the device, but you are still able to use it in auto draw mode. So that's where I would keep it most of the time, because I don't usually use button fire on a pod system like this. I would just keep that button locked once I have my settings where I want them. All right, so here's the Z2. Now this thing's just a little bit heavier. It's like 1.5 times the weight of the other one. It's because it's made out of zinc alloy. It's also got this IML, coating over the top of it. Feels really nice, zinc alloy frame. You got a USB-C right there. Airflow control again, right there. Your display. Your button is on the side with this one. And then there's what the bottom looks like. Also 1000 milliamp hours. So I'm gonna pull the pod out of this one. There's what the inside looks like. Magnets, contacts, draw activation tube. And we're gonna put in the 0.8 ohm top side fill. Really nice strong magnets. You can see it read my pod there because we're in smart mode. And this one has all the same features. So, you know, you got all the different settings like I just showed you guys. You can adjust your wattage. There it's blinking. And it round robins between 5 to 30 watts with the 0.5 ohm. But if you're using this 0.8 ohm, because you're in smart mode, it maxes out at 18 watts. But everything else is basically the same on this. It's just, you know, a little bit different styling and materials. This one has the button on the side. The screen's a little bit higher up. And then you can see on the A2 here, you got the screen that's a bit lower and the fire button's on the face of it. All right. But as far as airflow goes, that's right at about the same spot on both of them. So biggest difference really is just materials. Takes the same pods. This one's got a little bit fancier design, I would say, with zinc alloy. This one's aluminum, more lightweight with that raised screen. And then you got the Manto Nano Pro 2 I recently reviewed, which I really like, which has a similar display and controls as well. Little bit bigger battery in this guy. All right, guys, that is it for the up close. Let's go ahead and go up top, vape these, and talk about them a little more. All right, so here's the Manto Nano A2. This one has the 0.5 ohm, the new versions of the 0.5 ohm that have the top side fill. Airflow is all the way open. It's at 25 watts. Let's have a vape. Just 3 milligram in this one. Yeah, you could still direct lung that, although the airflow slot in this seems slightly smaller than on the Pro 2, but still you could get a direct lung. It's a tighter restricted lung hit. On those 0.5s, you could close it down as well and get a mouth to lung draw. But I really think the 0.5 ohm is better for those folks that like a loose draw that, you know, maybe like to use 6 milligram with a pod system or something like that. All right, now this one's the Manto Nano Z2, 0.8 ohm top side fill pod. Airflow is closed about halfway, maybe a little bit more with 12 milligram. Gonna do an MTL draw. Here we go. Yeah, I can get a nice medium MTL draw. Great flavor. That was at 15 watts, and that's right about where I would set it with 12 milligram and the 0.8 ohm pod. Now, as far as the devices go, which one do I like more? I like this one a little bit more, the aluminum one, just because it's a little bit lighter weight, and this guy's a little more of a fingerprint magnet. But if you like zinc alloy, you want a heavier metal, you know, something that feels a little more substantial, and you like a stick battery, then go with this one. But my two favorites out of these three, really, since these were all launched together, would be the A2 and the Pro 2. This guy's still good, still gives you the same vape, has all the same functionality. Really comes down to what materials do you like. So now, I'm not going to try every single pod in this video because I did do that in the last video. Definitely go check that one out on the Manto Nano Pro 2. But something I did find interesting is that on these newer pods, the top side fill pods, the flavor seems a little bit stronger. Not sure if they changed their coil tech or if this is just in my head, but the flavor does seem a little bit stronger on the new ones. But you're still able to get the lower bottom fill ones in the 0.5, 0.8, or 1 ohm, and now you can get the top side fill ones in 0.5, 0.8, and 1 ohm. Now, as far as any cons with these two, not really. I mean, the one thing about this guy is that it does have a raised screen, but the way it's kind of angled up, it's not really going to catch on anything, I don't think. It doesn't have a sharp angle. But you got to make sure with both of these that you don't accidentally plug up your airflow. Your airflow's on the side there. If you're holding it like this, you could potentially plug it up, so just keep that in mind. There's nothing else to really complain about with the devices. They have a fantastic display, like I said, with the Pro 2. Tons of functionality, everything you would want in a pod system as far as features go. The one con about the pods, the mouthpiece is a little bit on the wide side. I've gotten used to that after using these three. Not a huge deal, but worth mentioning. I think I compared it before to like the original Caliburn G pods or something like that. So yeah, like I said, you now have three different devices in the Rincoe Nano platform, the Z2, the Pro 2, and the A2. These two are my favorites, really just because of materials, but there's definitely folks out there that like this look as well. Here's another one in the Z2. This one's a little bit darker with a darker frame, as you can see. So I think that's it, guys. I hope this review is helpful for all of you out there. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching.